Hi everyone, just before this video starts, a quick reminder to subscribe, give the video a like, and go down into the description to check out all my links on my Discord. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today what I'm going to be doing is I have built this lovely little home in the middle of Finchwick in henford-on-bagley. I really love this house. I think it's really nice. It is a bit sparsely decorated here and there, but it was my first time using the pack. I was building for the first time, and so I did just want to kind of use some of the items and see where I was getting with it. But I really love this new pack. With what I played with so far, I've not quite gotten through all of it, and I am gonna get to playing with more of it soon, but for now I have only basically built, and I've looked around the world and I've looked at all the lots, and I really think I love this pack. It's so cool, and I'm so excited to play with it. And another thing that I'm really excited about is my let's play, my wheel spin let's play, thanks to Little Simsy for the idea. But oh my god, I love that let's play too. But I did just want to quickly address, I'm sorry I've been away again. If you didn't know, I've been gone twice now, and I don't know, I just kind of wasn't really feeling it. I didn't really want to record videos and upload when I wasn't motivated to, and I wasn't in the swing of things. And so I have taken the decision that I am only going to record when I feel up for it, and I'm going to upload when I think it's good and not just for the fun of it. And I do want to take more time now for editing as well, just to cut out any bits that are just really bad and really not so great. So you'll see, if you have watched my first two parts of my Wheelspin Legacy, if you haven't watched that as well, go and watch it. I really love that series. It's going to be one of my favourites, I think. That it is just a little bit more edited. It's cutting out some of the other bits that I probably used to keep in my videos, but now I do want to make them a little bit higher quality, a little bit nicer, and I do just really want to make a difference, have a little bit of a change on the channel, just to kind of freshen things up a bit. Because even though I don't really want to change things, the algorithm and what people watch changes, and I understand that, and I have to adapt my videos and change things to suit that. So yeah, things have to change a little bit every now and again, and I suppose that's fair enough. But with this build, I have gone through many different phases with it. I thought, oh, I can do this, as you saw before with the roof and the second story, I was gonna make it so it was kind of more incorporated into the roof, but I decided against that because it was a little bit odd looking. It looked more like an A-frame house than anything, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that, because it didn't look right, and it didn't look very nice to me. It didn't look very English little country house. So I just decided to do 2 floors, 2 full stories, and then the roof on top of that, and I still really like it. And this house, can I just say, it is on the gallery, by the way. My ID is officialmini01. It's also in the description if you would like to copy and paste it into the gallery or whatever. But I love this dining room in the house. I absolutely love it. It's like this dark green color, and I think it's just so nice, and it's so, I would love a dining room like that at some point in my life, or I'd love to look at one. I don't know if I'd want one myself, because it doesn't really fit the vibe that I'm going for with my house, but I really love the whole living room in this house. And so I not the living room, the dining room. But yeah, this house, I'm quite happy with it. You can download it, and it may be in my project save file. I don't know. We're gonna have to see about that. As you know, if you've been on my channel for a while, I have been creating a save file for a good while now, and I made this big video like, oh my god, it's almost done, I'm gonna release it in phases and blah blah blah, and then I got demotivated to play The Sims again, and now the save file is on the back burner. It isn't gonna be happening as quickly as I thought, and it isn't gonna. I don't want to force it. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to force it out, and I don't want to make bad builds and things for it, because that's not the point. So what I am gonna do with it is I am gonna put it on the back burner, and I am gonna take some time and rethink it and think about what I want to do, because I do want it to be the best quality that it can be. So like I said, it's on the back burner. It's coming at some point, but if you do want to download phase 1, then you can do. It is in my Tumblr, I don't even remember what it's called, my projectsavefile.tumblr.com. I probably got that wrong, I don't know. officialmini01.tumblr.com. It's down in the description, you can find it there. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but you can find it down there, and you can download phase 1 of the save file, which has some of the worlds, and it's okay. It also has some, like, apartments scattered here and there, because I had finished them, and so I was like, okay, I'll just put them in. But we are now getting the floor plan down in the house. Let's talk about the house for a little second. And I wasn't really sure at this point in time where I wanted to go with the house and what I wanted to do with it. So I did just make what was basically, I thought, a nice closed off floor plan. I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. And so I made it very, very closed off, very, very small. And as you'll see, I have opened up a bit in the living room to a back door area. And that wouldn't have really existed as one big room, but I put one of these things in between. See here, I'm doing it now. They would have been 2 rooms probably when the house was built, but they have opened it up so that it's just a little bit more spacious and a little bit bigger, because I did notice in a couple of the builds, and well done to all the builders, can I just say. Well done to everybody who has built things in this pack. I think they're so, so good. But a lot of them are quite open still, and I was like, I don't know if that's a thing. So I decided to make this one completely closed off. Every single room is quite small, it is its own thing, and that is quite stereotypical for an old-fashioned English kind of house like this. And so that's what I did with this build. And I made the kitchen red. I don't know why, I just thought it was very vibrant, it was very cool, and it kind of it went with the red on the doors and on the shutters on the windows. And so I did that, and then I cut out a little bit here because I was just fiddling about trying to get wallpaper, and that took me forever, and so I did just cut all that out because it was far too much fiddling. And here I am as well. I kind of went a bit sporadic with all of this. As you can see, the green and the brown in that dining room there. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I was kind of very sporadic with what I was doing, because I was looking through all the new items, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and oh, that's cool, and oh, that's cool. So I was just trying to place things here and there. And I was also trying to find some live edit objects, but I don't know if it's a mod that I've got that's outdated or what, but I cannot find half the live edit objects from anything, which is a bit odd. So I think I've left that in. I might have forgotten to take that out, because I have just remembered that right at this very minute. But I am really pleased with all that came in build mode. I do think we could have got a few more build by items, but I just think that everything else is so stunning that I can kind of let it slide, even though I would have loved a few more items for this pack. In build and buy, because that is what I predominantly do. I build a lot and I use all of the furniture, and I like doing that more. So I would have liked a few more items, but it's fine. We got a lovely world, we got beautiful builds, we got just everything in this pack is so great. So I cannot complain. I also definitely want to play a lot more with the gameplay in this pack, because I've not really done that too much either. So there's so much that I still have to do with this that I really, really want to do that I just haven't had a chance to do yet. But Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm going back to this dining room for a second. I love this dining room. Can you just like look at this for a second? It's just lovely. And I love the fact they also made a phone box, and it's just so cool. But there's one critique that I have with it's a lot of plants in the game that are, I think, meant for outside. I placed one in the dining room here, and I think I placed the same plant. It's the same like big long cottage living plant that is the biggest one. And it goes dark. It's the same with quite a few plants, because this one here you can see right now. There's a few plants in the game that I think are meant for outside, so they are used for outside lighting rather than inside. So they go a lot darker if you place them inside, and I think that's really odd, and it makes them a lot worse because they are really, really cool and they are really, really nice plants, but sometimes you just can't use them because they go so dark and they go so miscolored and shadowed, and it's just really odd. And I just don't like it. See, you can probably see it here. As I was placing it, it was light, but then when I had placed it, it was really dark. Which I don't know, I don't like that very much. I think it's a bit, it's not nice. It makes some plants unusable, and EA, if you're watching this, you're really not. But anybody, this needs to be fixed because it's an issue, and yeah. I also loved this clock though. I placed this clock in basically every room. There's a clock in the living room, there's a clock in the study, there's a clock in the dining room. I think there's probably a clock in the bedrooms and maybe even the kitchen. I don't know. I just loved that clock, so I placed it in basically every single room. And I also love the doors. I think that they are a step up from the cats and dogs doors. I don't know, I just feel like they're a lot more textured and they're a lot nicer than the cats and dogs doors, but I love the cats and dogs doors as well, don't get me wrong. These ones are just a little bit more textured and a little bit more crisp and nice, and I love the doors so much. I also love the fireplaces. I think they're really, really cool. I think they're nice and big, and they are very homely and very welcoming, and it is something that you would definitely see in a build like this in real life, or a home like this in real life rather. And I love all the items for that because they are items that you definitely would see in real life in a house like this. And I think that's really, really cool, and that's really well done to the Sims team for that. You've done a really good job with these items, and I really, really do think you've done a great job with this pack. It's so good. It's just so good. But I am going to go into game in a minute, into the game, and I'm going to show you the finished house because I have left a couple of bits out in this build just to kind of save some time. So I think I took out all the landscaping, and I took out what I was doing with the outside of the build mostly because I just couldn't work it out. It was just too complicated, and I kept changing my mind and going back and forth with it. So I'll show you that in game in a second, but we are going to finish off the build first. Now we are upstairs, we're doing the 2 bedrooms, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this because this bed has a black frame, but there aren't very many good black options with this. They're all a bit brown, and some of the swatches didn't really match very well, so it was a bit odd. And it was a bit like, oh well, what am I going to do? So I did make it dark brown, and I kept the bed with a black frame. But I love this bedroom, the other one, with that's more like the creams and the browns. I liked that. I thought that was really, really cool. And as you can see here, I'm trying to change it so I can be like, does it look like this better? And no. So it was a lot of back and forth, but I am just getting used to the pack, and I am just using it for the first time here. So this was kind of my experiment kind of build with this, but I am really happy with how it turned out. I am really, really happy with it, and I think it looks really good, and like I said, you can download it from the gallery if you would like. But yeah, I'm really excited to be back on here. I have been gone for a little while, but like I said, I'm kind of back in the swing of things now, and it is the midst of the summer holidays in Scotland, so I am really, really pleased, and I do have a lot of time, but I have just been spending it more with friends and doing my own thing and just kind of relaxing and taking a step back, because everything in the last year and a half, 2 years now, has just been absolutely mental. It's just not been ideal, as you will all know. So I did just want to take a step back, and I just wanted to enjoy life, because we are opening back up and we are getting back to some sort of normality, and it is we do definitely still have to stick to the rules, and we do have to still be very careful, but I think this is a really good thing. I do think, like I said, we have to be very, very careful, but I do just want to relish in the moment. Is that the word? I don't know if that's the phrase or not. I might have just made myself look a complete idiot there. But I do just want to take everything in, and I want to spend as much time with my friends and my family as I can, because we have had that taken away for the past 18 months or however long it's been. I genuinely couldn't tell you anymore. But we are now about to go into the game, and I am about to show you the finished landscaping, the finished house, and so yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. So guys, here we are in the finished house, and it is a little bit different from what I originally wanted to do, because I didn't originally have these fences going around here and these walls, but I did decide that it added a little bit to the build, and so I did just add that here. And then there's just some nice shrubbery here, some bushes with some low-lying plants as well. Some trees, including this new tree that you get if you pre-ordered the pack, or if you bought the pack before. I think it's sometime in September 2021. So that tree is used here, and then I think it's like Gnome on the Go or something. And I love this tiny little door, and just everything about this tree is so nice. What I do think though is it could be a little bit smaller, and it could be something a little bit more like this, but we do already have a tree that is quite like that with the movie hangout stuff. We already have a tree like that, so it's nice just to have a different one here to use, and that it's different from this one. I did also just want to mention that this build is base game and cottage living only, so if you do want to download it, again, my ID is officialmini01, and again, it only includes the base game and cottage living. But I am just going to show you around the house really quickly. I'm so happy with it. Here you can see again how this probably would have been 2 separate rooms, and now it is being transformed into one big room. But the rest of the house, as you can see, it's quite small, it's quite closed off, and it is quite traditional. And I do also just really love this. This was from a different build. Somebody's used like these windows and the columns here, and I thought that was a really good idea, so I did steal that one, but it is in a different build in Henford-on-Bagley. And here is my absolute favourite dining room that I think I've done in such a long time. I think it's just so nice. I love the green, I love the browns. I think they go together really, really well. Through here to the kitchen. I wasn't very happy that this was yellow and not red, but there wasn't a red option except the red one, and I did want white counters, no, white shelves, so I did have to go with the yellow on that one, but it's fine. Then we have the study here, just nice and small, and then you go upstairs, and then you have the 2 bedrooms here and the bathroom as well. But that is it for this build. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more of my content, not only on The Sims 4, but also on some other games too. Please remember to go down into the description and check out all my links, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever